Howdy folks, Bluesboyjag here with yet another 3-string cigar box guitar lesson, but actually it's not a lesson, it's more like a review. This is called the Jet Slide. What the heck? Hey, I can flip you off with an extra finger, right? What is this? Well, it's a slide that you can flip out of the way or flip into the way while you're playing. It's a ring on your finger, and connected to that ring is a metal slide. And this is how it works. You see that little tab there on the end? I can move my pinky underneath or on top of it, either way. And I can slide on the guitar. I prefer to have my finger on top of that little tab there. And that allows me to press down. And it gives me control of the slide. And I can flip my fingers this way and flip you off and play regular style guitar. So you can play fretted guitar and then flip over and play slide and vice versa. So sometimes I use my second finger, sometimes I use my third finger right here. So if I'm going to play this note, let's say the first string on the 5th fret, first finger is going to be 2 frets below that, just like a regular guitar. And sometimes I'll use my second finger. Sometimes that's more difficult, but either way it's fine. So if I play regular style fretted guitar, and then I can jump to slide. So what I'm doing is flipping this out of the way. I'm fretting right now, the old-fashioned way, not sliding at all. And you can see the slide hanging there because it's connected to my third finger. Now, all I need to do is take that pinky and wrap it around here, and now I have a slide. You can't even see it. Now I just flip back, and I can fret again. So I'm playing with my fingers now, and then the slide. And like I said, sometimes I use my second finger instead of my third finger because it's quicker. to flip over from slide to finger. If I do this real slow, so instead of using my third finger, I'm using my second and my first. So if I want to flip over real quick, that's what I normally do. The third finger works just as well, but it's a tad slower for me. So if I do this slow motion, I'm using my first finger and my third. And let's just say I'm going to go to the open G. That's the first string. And I can slide with my slide. If I use my third finger and my pinky to determine whether or not I'm going to be pressing down on the slide or with my fingers. So now I'm playing with my fingers, and I'm going to jump to the slide real quick. You just kind of flip the slide as if I'm flipping you off, and then you use your pinky on that metal tab right there. So that allows me to press down on the slide with my third finger, and that little tab makes it work. And I can jump back to fretting real quick. So real slow, I'm going to go from the 12th fret down to the 5th fret, and I'm going to change from slide to finger. So I'm using my second finger there. Now I'm going to use my third finger. I'm going to slide down from the 12th fret to, let's say, the 5th fret. Sometimes it's a little bit slow. Takes me a second to flip over. And what I'm doing here is letting this slide kind of pop over there, and my pinky gets out of the way. So this way I'm sliding, and this way I'm fretting. So that pinky basically presses the slide down on the strings. So you can play regular chords. You can do this on a regular 6th string as well. And then you jump back down here, and let's say I'm making a C chord and a D, A minor. So I'm in natural tuning on this guitar. I'm not playing open tune. But you can do it open tune as well if you want, of course. So I'm going to go down to open G. So now I'm doing finger picking, and I'm fretting with my fingers and not sliding. Now I'm sliding. So you basically just move your pinky on top of that little tab, and that brings the slide right into the position. it kind of adds an extra finger to your hand. It takes a little bit of getting used to. One caveat on this one, I'm going to show you two different versions of this one. I modified this particular one because it was a little bit harder to use. This right here, that rounded part on the end there, if you notice on this one, the one I was playing a minute ago, I took my Dremel tool and I made it super skinny right there at that point. So if you compare the two, this is the factory version of it, and this is the modified version of it. So when you've got the slide on, this is what it looks like. And you see that little piece of metal right there, your finger, your pinky kind of holds it in place. Well, this one is the original model, and I have modified it right there. So that part is real skinny, and the original one was much bigger, much wider right here. And this is what goes in between your two fingers. So this was too wide for me. I decided that it felt better and it was easy to flip back and forth if I took that part and I made it a little bit skinnier. So if you look at that one and you compare it to this one, this is the unmodified one on this side, and this one is the one I modified. And I made it a lot skinnier on that end piece right there. So this one is the original before I modified it. And you can see, although this is not exactly pretty, it's way skinnier. It's at least half as skinny, if that makes any sense. And the reason I did that again is so that I can quickly flip over from finger style to slide style. So this tab right here allows you to move it out of the way and play regular style guitar like this. Then I take my pinky and I move it up here, and now I'm ready for slide. So finger style, slide. Finger style, pinky's on this side. Slide, pinky's on this side. So pressing that down is ready for slide, and putting my pinky underneath that tab, I'm ready for regular finger style. So that's slide, and here's regular style. So I can go between regular style guitar. I'm going to tune this back up to regular tuning. And that's what most people use this slide for, a regular tune guitar. And you can go back and forth between slide and natural tuning. So the cool thing about the way the guitar is set up is that fourth string, that third string, and that second string, you can play a whole lot of cool slide licks on. Of course, you can play it on all 6 strings if you want. It can be a little bit more difficult, depending on what string you want to slide on. So here is a regular tune guitar playing slide. Now, if you don't play slide and you've never tuned your guitar to an open chord, this might not make a lot of sense to you. But the long and short of it is, I don't need to have an open tune guitar to play slide. I can play with this doohickey right there, and I can go from slide to fingerstyle on a natural tune guitar. So I'm playing slide on most of the time the fourth, the third, and the second string. Now I go back to natural fretting. It's as if I'm jumping from a slide guitar to a natural tune guitar in a split second. Here's a regular C chord on a regular tuned guitar. You cannot do that on an open tuned guitar. So if I jump from one to the other, that's a regular old C chord. Now, when I move the slide, you have to kind of flip it as if you're flipping somebody off. So right now, the slide is underneath my third finger. Right there. And I just kind of go, like that. Expand my fingers. Now I'm ready to pull the slide down with my pinky with that tab or not pull it down. Now I can play regular guitar, and now I can play slide. Regular, flipping you off with my metal finger, and this is slide guitar, all set up for me to flip back and forth between them. Again, natural tune guitar, not an open tune guitar. And most of the time when you play slide on a natural tune guitar, you're going to be using the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. You don't have to, but most of the time you start with those because that's way easier. Just take that at face value and trust me on that one. For beginners, now of course you can get a lot fancier than that, which means you have a built-in slide guitar right here with the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings. Right? Not that you have to play only open strings when you play slide. I know I'm going on, and it's probably confusing you the longer I talk. But this is a really, really cool thing. I can play a song and jump to from a fretted riff to a slide solo in a split second without walking over to the table, picking up my slide, putting it on my finger, and playing guitar. You cannot stop the song to go into slide. So that's really what this is all designed for. And these run 30 bucks. You can find them online. And the link is below. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and check out my website, bluesboyjag.com. Cigar box guitars, not like this one, since 2004. We'll see you next time.